Episode 1 was your sign to rise. And if you're joining me, thank you. Much gratitude. I am Multiversal, aka Martin. I am Multiversal. In this episode, we're going to be going deeper into that elevation and that rising. And we're going to be discussing just how you can protect that rise. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, and if you are just joining for the first time, thank you. I appreciate you. Much love and gratitude. And come back for the next season and the next episode and the season after that. So let's go ahead and get into this without further ado. So there's always been a question, I guess, in people's minds where they really start climbing to the top and things really start working out for them. And they try to figure out how to maintain that momentum, how to maintain putting one foot in front of the other. And that's what I'm here to discuss today. So, because elevation just doesn't require support, let's talk about energy and let's talk about boundaries, setting boundaries. And I don't mean giving people the cold shoulder. I don't mean to literally block people out. I'm talking about boundaries that actually protect your energy. So in this first segment, we're going to discuss why energy is your most valuable asset. It's not your time, it's not your money, and it's not your talent. It's not what you can do. So, simply put, your energy determines a lot of things. And I remember when I first figured this out, it was a couple years back. And I was actually watching a video. And right after I watched the video, I immediately started to self-reflect. And I started thinking about what I saw in that video and how everything in that video touched on every aspect of the journey that I was currently going through at that time. It hit all the points. It hit every single point. And I said, you know what? The next time that I speak about this, the next time that I actually give someone advice on this same topic, I will make sure that I relay the information that was relayed to me, because it helped me out drastically. It helped me understand and overstand some of the things that I was going through at that time. So, back to the speaking point. Your energy determines a lot. It determines how you show up. It determines how you attract. It even determines what you tolerate and what you create. Your energy does a lot. It creates more and it does more than most people are willing to admit. But if you know, you know. And you actually have to think about that every time you do something, because the main goal when you are dealing with trying to succeed in something or you're trying to create something is you try to weed out things that you can go without, which brings us into the next segment of this podcast. And that would be what it is that actually drains you, what it is that actually takes that essence, that energy away from you that you need to be trying to protect, that you should be protecting. So let's ask ourselves this question. What is it that constantly exhausts me? What is it that constantly drains me consistently? Is it a conversation that I'm having with people or a person? Is it something I'm seeing on social media every day while I'm scrolling? Is it something that I'm overcommitting to? Am I giving myself to something or someone too much or too often? And lastly, do I have people or do I know people that only contact me or call me when they need something? That's a juicy one. That is a juicy one. And these are things that we should be asking ourselves, because it's a vital part of protecting that energy. It's a vital part of building and continuing to manifest the things that you want to happen for you and for others around you who you would consider to be, close loved ones. So let's go into segment number 3. It's protecting your power. Just simply protecting your power. And what I mean by protecting your power, I'm speaking of what it means to become intentional. Remember in the last episode, I spoke about the power of saying no, being able to say no. So when you go with a certain duration of time and you constantly give and it's going out consistently, there's this thing in your energetic field called an aura. And it gets depleted and it gets infiltrated quite a lot. Now, by you constantly giving and giving and giving, and not just taking a moment just to pump the brakes, pull that emergency brake and say, no, not right now. No, not next week. No, not tomorrow. No, not next month. No, not this year. There's a slight chance that you are being depleted and that your very essence is being infiltrated by individuals, places, things that would love to have your energy, that would love to absorb your energy and love to take those yeses and use that to drain you, to continue to drain you. So that brings us back into protecting your power. And regardless of what a lot of people may believe or what they have not experienced on their journey yet, walking away from chaos is probably one of the biggest things you could do. Now, I know it's not something that's always able to be done immediately. In most cases it is, though. I would say, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, 98% of the time, walking away from chaos is always the option. It's always an option, but it should be the option. And then you have another strategy of just choosing peace over proving a point. And a lot of times, we may get into arguments with people, we may get into disagreements with others. And at that point, things kind of turn into this back and forth kind of thing. You're pushing, pulling, shoving verbally. And sometimes it's just easier just to choose peace at that moment and just walk away and reserve your energy, because of course the other person or the other parties are obviously feeding off of it. They're enjoying it. That's what gets them going. It gets the people going type of thing. The energy is something that is craved. And once you understand that, then you can understand how important it is to protect your own energy and your own power. So as you elevate, as you continue to rise to the point or points where you are going on your journey, remember that. Remember that your energy is the most sacred thing, the most sacred essence of this physical body. You need to protect it at all costs, regardless of what the outside world projects on you, or what is projected in front of you, or what you observe in the physical world. That energy needs to be protected at all times, at all costs. And when you stop leaking energy into things, there's a few things that happen. And I've witnessed this. I can actually vouch for this because I've seen it. Like I said, I've witnessed it, and I am walking proof. When you stop leaking energy into things that no longer serve you, you suddenly start to have more clarity. You start to have more focus. You start to have more confidence. And that's you reserving that essence, reserving that energy, and turn it into motivation fuel to excel towards what you want, to excel what you're trying to create, to push yourself towards that destiny that you wish to manifest. And that's not coincidence. That, my friend, is alignment. There are a few more things that I want to touch on before I close this episode out. A lot of people love to play manipulation bingo. And when I say manipulation bingo, I'm referring to people that decide that they want to continue to play some type of game with you. It's a game to them, but they play it long enough to the point where they win. You don't. The game is rigged against you. Their game is rigged against you to the point where after they're done with you and they've claimed victory, most of the time they have no more use for you. And the most important thing about dealing with energies like that, and I would say, some people would say, why didn't you say people? Well, you are actually dealing with energies. You are dealing with energies that love to deplete your energy. If these were people, we can't really refer to them as people. These are energies. Well, I guess if you want to look at it from a materialistic world, if you want to look at it from a 3D perspective, you're dealing with people. But the ultimate caveat here is that you are dealing with an energy that loves your energy, that loves to consume and try to suckle off of your energy to feed itself. And have you ever noticed how people, and I use that term lightly, again, how people tend to get hostile when you don't agree with their manipulation tactics. When you don't do as they wish. Because you see, at that point, the manipulation is not even working anymore, which causes them to grow in frustration, which causes them to try to figure out why my plan didn't work. Why is this not working? I got to try something else. Hence, manipulation bingo. It's all a game to them. Everything you do seems to be an issue with that person or persons. You have to watch out for these types of energies, aka people. And you have to watch out for the warning signs. You have people who seem to always down you and oppose you and refuse to support you when you want to do great, awesome things and be that awesome person. You want to be motivated. You want to be inspirational to other people. You're a happy person. And for some reason, it just makes them feel a certain way. There's always something negative that they have to feel like they have to input into everything that you say or do. Well, that is a clear sign that you need to create distance. That is a clear sign that you need to get away from those people and take away your access. Strip them of all access that they have of you. And in the same breath, you take away any control that they have ever had over you. Some people may think that it's not that easy, but I'm telling you it is. It truly is. And the most important thing to take away from this is that when you deal with people in energies like this, they only understand the version of you that they can control. They don't care about anything else. Anything outside of what it is that they want, they don't understand it. They can't understand it, and they don't overstand. They only understand, they only think they understand the version of you that they can control. Because, again, outside of that, it's not what they want. Don't give them that pleasure. Stay motivated. Don't hesitate to elevate. Be prosperous. Peace, love, and abundance to you all. And thank you for tapping in to another episode of the Multiversal Motivation. Till next time, Multiversal, I'm out of here.